welcome everybody once again to this, the Green Room, which is hosted by myself, Trevor Thomas, my business partner, Lenny de Villiers, and we in a strategic partnership with Visa Solutions, and we can help you and your family to get to America and live your dream, if that is what you'd like to do. So let's just talk about what Induku does. Induku Consulting, it's a group that has been focused on helping families to achieve their goals. And if it's just something that you and your family would like to do and live your dream in getting to America, then you need to get hold of either Lenny, myself, or anybody that is in the team, and we will certainly help you and guide you and give you the right tools that you can make the decisions that are required for you in your future. So what the Induku Group does specifically is give you a breakdown of the different opportunities that you have before you, help you with the right tools, give you wisdom in terms of the questions that you might be looking to have answers on. And we're going to dive into that a little bit today again. When Lenny introduces you to what we're going to be doing today, you'll hear a little bit more. A lot of you that are part of this already, perhaps you're listening to share with friends, perhaps you're listening just to affirm your decisions, get yourself into a space where you feel more comfortable. And this is what this time is about. This is where Lenny has always said as well, and I love it about it. He says we put ourselves in front of you and gives you an opportunity in front of everybody to have these discussions and see what are your options in your life, what are your different things that can be utilized towards your benefit. And that's what we had to do. So for those of you that are wanting to go to America, then you need to talk to us at Induku Group. What we do as well, though, in the Green Room is we help people that are looking to immigrate. So it's not just about wanting to immigrate to America. We answer questions around immigration per se. So holistically, last week we had fun and games with our internet, with our panelists, but we spoke very much to the detail of taking weapons across. And all these different things, and this is important information for you if you're wanting to immigrate. And if you know of someone that wants to immigrate, share this link with your friends and family. And as Lenny said, you know, it feels like there's hundreds of these webinars, and some weeks it feels like there hasn't been many. True to the point, I think we're just over 30, if I'm not mistaken. So we've done a couple of them, a couple of very, very informative and good ones to look at. So I think, Lenny, without me introducing too much about what we do and how we do it, we're going to be answering a couple of the questions that keep on coming up. So maybe if you want to just talk about the Green Room and then let you and I dive into this time that we have together.
Yeah, excellent. Guys, so what we were going to do, we mentioned last week that we were going to look at the financial side of immigration again. So what we're also trying to do is for people that are at certain stages of our immigration programs, is that they are at the stage where they've got Department of Labor approval and they would want to, or they're in the process of selling their house. So I don't know about you, but I mean, on our side, you know, when you sell your house, I'm not too much of an expert to what are the next steps after you've sold your house. You know, where do you put that money? What is the best scenario? Do you move all of it across overseas? Do you, on what special vehicle do you park this money? So before you actually transfer it to the next stage or your next part of your life. So that's what we were going to cover last week. But, you know, things change quickly. COVID happens, life happens. And so what we did is that we felt that through the conversations that we've had over the last week with new applicants and some people that are in the program trying to search for answers for maybe their friends and family that are in America, you know, people that are in temporary spaces, temporary visas in America, you know, how can they be part of this? And we're going to cover these questions, another frequently asked questions session where, you know, if you have questions, once again, please utilize the platforms for it. If you're on the webinar, I'm going to welcome these guys. We've got a nice bunch of people following us today. If you have any questions, guys, don't hesitate to ask us. These are 10 to 1 the questions that any one of these people will ask. So we're going to be covering these frequently asked questions that we've had over the last couple of weeks. And we felt that we would condense them into the offerings that we have. And if you feel that, like Trevor said, you have a family member or you have a friend that this is what you guys have spoken about, and call it what it is, we see it as well. So before COVID, we were gaining traction, and we were doing quite well. And like I said to Trevor as well, in the beginning of the year, close to the end of the year, we were close to running out some on the positions that we had. And I said to him, I'm feeling quite anxious because we're running out of positions. What happens then? And fortunately enough, they gave us a new batch of positions. But I'm saying to him, in the space where we are at the moment and the amount of calls we're taking, I'm feeling almost that anxiousness once again, that what do we do when we run out of these positions again? So these calls and the topic that we're talking about is for those people that have also not quite made the decision. You've had that first call with us, you've maybe had the Zoom call with us, and you are still not sure. All right, so we're going to cover some of those questions and the concerns that you had, and we are obviously going to try and bring it into some of the offerings that we do have. All right, so that's today's webinar topic. Like I said, this webinar is yours. The green room belongs to you guys. We are covering stuff for you and on your behalf. We interview people. And once again, if you have a topic in mind that we haven't covered, listen, we're not perfect. We are going to try and cover as many other topics as possible, and we will return to some of these topics again. But if you have a topic that you want us to cover, we will do the research on it, and we will present it, and we will do it to the best of our abilities. All right. Okay, Trevor, what do we do? What are some of the questions that you've been faced with over the last couple of weeks that you feel that we should be covering?
Yeah, Len, I think that the biggest thing over here is just to the point of what you mentioned just now. You're getting a bit anxious about how many positions are there, and a lot of people are in a space and time of their lives at the moment where, with COVID, these uncertainties, and you go, I want to be part of that which Induku has, and I want to be going to America, but when is the ideal scenario? When do I climb in, and when don't I climb in, and how many positions do you guys still have left? And I think that that's the point that keeps on coming up in each one of these calls. It's like a common denominator. And I think what we need to do is just share with you guys that you can also share with your friends. Maybe you're already in the program, and for that, it's great, and it's nice. And you've had people ask you, do the guys still have positions? So let's give you the short answer to that. Yes, we do have positions at the moment. The long answer is this. And it's almost like this. I was saying to Lenny earlier, when you, for example, work for a company like Samsung, and Samsung says we need 5 engineers, you have to employ 5 engineers. You can't go and employ 10 engineers. So the reality behind it is that it becomes, there's only so many seats, if I can call it seats, Len. And I think that while we very, very mindful, and you and I both, Lenny, have always position this from a perspective of going, guys, we don't want you to make a decision overnight. It's not an overnight decision. It's not a factor of making this decision overnight, but it's also, you can't leave it for 3 months. Yes, will we be able to help you? I'm sure we will on some platform, one or another. We're hoping that we've got other companies and that sort of stuff. But reality is this, that there are only a certain amount of seats that are available under the Vant program. There's only and what we can do is we can share with you already, we shared with you previously, there was only about 12 positions left on the new leaf. Currently that's down to 8 positions. So these seats are getting taken up very, very quickly. Also to that point, Len, people are concerned about the unknowns. Do we sign now, or do we sign later? I suppose the starting point for me, and where I want to then hand back to you, is this, guys. Don't delay. If you're looking to make this a decision for you and your family in your life, whatever's holding you back, whatever leaves you there on that fence, talk to Lenny or myself, and let's answer those questions for you. If there's doubt in your mind about something, if there's a factor of, you know, how do I know that the Department of Labor is right? It's not a stupid question. Ask the question. Let's give you the tools that you require to make this decision. If you're at a space where you go, okay, you know what, I've looked at everything and it's not for me, absolutely. Then Lenny and I are happy to say to you guys, we're so glad we got you to the space to make the decision. And at least then you've made the decision, I'm out. But don't fear the questions that you'd like to ask. Ask the questions and give it to you that you can make the answers that you, or make the decisions you need to make. All I'm going to say is this, Len, we need to be mindful of this fact that we already finished our quota for South Africa. We're dipping currently into the positions that are available to the Poland and the Mexican market. So the seats are limited. Under an EB3, if you're looking for Houston, as well as the what's name. So that would be the biggest question from our perspective at the moment. Len, I don't know about you.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, obviously, when we do the calls, the first thing we want to assess if you've made the decision to immigrate. So it has been on a lot of people's lips. A lot of people have spoken about it, and it is one of those facts that we deal with in South Africa, is that a lot of people are talking about it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to immigrate. This is one thing we don't do at all. We do not, trying to force people to immigrate or trying to put things in front of you. Listen, this is something that we facilitate for you. We offer a very, very good program. And, and when we do these calls, we try and assess if you have made the decision to immigrate. That's the biggest first step that you have to decide. And that's what we assess as well. If we know that you have doubted about immigrating and you want to follow our program, we will talk you out of it, because the reasons for your immigration has got to be strong enough to stick with you for the 12 to 18 months that our program takes. So it's strong enough that you can fall back on it as that 12 to 18 months take you through various emotions. So we've got people in our program that maybe some of their emotions or some of their reasons weren't strong enough. COVID hits, they've got some doubts in their immigration journey now or adventure, and they are looking to pull out. So there's consequences to these things, and we make these things known to you as we journey with you. All right. So we need to assess, first of all, yes, you are going for the right reasons. Then we sit and we talk you through the process. We get you to understand what we have, how long it's going to take, what the costs are, and what is required of you. And our programs, although everybody's immigration journey is different, our programs at the end of the day is what people have in common, is because the program is good and it becomes the no-brainer for you to follow to get yourself into the States. So if you are at that stage and you have made up your mind to go, and your concerns are maybe, your concerns might be based off assumptions that you are making that might be a fact. Saying, yes, Trump has made us suspending the green cards. We are definitely not going anywhere. It's not a fact. The facts are, we are still able to submit people to Department of Labor. We are still able to get Department of Labor approvals. We are still able to process people and submit them to USCIS, which is immigration. We are still getting immigration approvals. All these things are still part of your program, and we are still able to do these things. It means that your program does not stop. It's actually in your favor, meaning that when you start the program now, by the time that you get to consulate, which is where the delay is from Trump's suspension, the backlog would have been eradicated, and you would have been in a space where you might be able to be part of the extra visas that we spoke about last week, that they've increased the visa count from 41,000 to 60,000, that you might be part of that. And you might, so I'm saying might, you might be able to get your consulate date sooner. But that is the encouraging thing about the program and the American thing. Don't make your assumptions that it can sound like a fact in your head. I wasn't an expert in this quite a long time ago. And I would also have made my own assumptions of, you know, what is happening in America is affecting X, Y, and Z. It's not, you know, so reach out to us, ask us the questions. It might sound like dumb questions, but listen, I was asking those same questions not too long ago. And we are here to help you to sketch through what are your options for immigrating. You know, we can help you for just getting a basic understanding to make your choice better. So if you have all the information, it makes your choices a lot easier. All right, so that's what we help with, and that's what we are trying to do with the questions that we've had over the last couple of weeks. Was that this is the positions available, and you know, Trump's suspension. I mean, what is the scenario with that? I mean, maybe I should wait. Maybe is this. Maybe I should wait for your first person to go across. We understand it. We understand. I mean, we would have loved to have the Lutman family there already. They are an absolute golden ticket for us, but the fact is they're not there yet. We ran out of visas by the end of February, and they are not there yet. But by the time that they get there, will we have positions left? I don't know. I cannot guarantee you that. Our timelines, which is 12 to 18 months, is estimates, okay? But at the end of the day, your green card is guaranteed in the fact where we guarantee your investment. No one can guarantee you that you get your green card, but we can guarantee your investment. That is what is a vital part of our agreement with Visa Solutions. And it is a big trump card. Trev, maybe, I mean, we can just talk about the people that we can help in these positions that are not necessarily in South Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. I see there's a question that has come through here as well from Roshana, looking for possible options to get to the United States, and you know, will we cover this today? Roshana, yes, what we'll do is we'll cover it sort of high level. Obviously, please get in touch with either Lenny or myself. We can go into the detail. One or two questions that came across was yes, Lenny, I've got a family member that is currently in America on a temporary work permit, so temporary working visa, an H2A and H2B, something like that. And you know, can you guys as the Induku Group help them into America? And the answer to that is yes, we can. We have got opportunities specifically at the moment. We've got very big opportunities with some of the biggest trucking companies in America. So one of the criteria would be this, that you need to have a commercial driver's license. But if you're based in America at the moment, the Induku Group is now in a position where we could help you with a position. You need to obviously apply, just the same as if you were looking to apply for a job. Yeah, you're going to apply for your job. We will do reference checks and background checks in terms of your qualifications and ensuring that you've got your commercial driver's license. But yes, we're looking for people, and we're actually looking for a large number of people to help drive trucks in America. Currently, as we stand today, there's 63,000 vacancies for 18-wheeler truck drivers in America. I mean, that's massive. So the opportunities are there. Roshana, if you are currently in South Africa and you're looking to go across, we have an EB3 program, which is an employment-based permanent residency. And that's where you apply for one of the jobs that we have in play at the moment. And on the back of that, your family, when I say your family, it would be your husband, for example, or your spouse in this, and any kids under the age of 21. Okay, so we've got that. And then for our European passport holders that are currently in South Africa, if you're looking to invest in the United States of America and you can invest and live in the USA, we've got what we call the E2 program. So the E2 is a visa that entitles you to invest in a company in America. We've got 3 different companies that you can invest into, that you would then, within 4 months, literally be able to be in America. And you could then be there with a number of benefits. It's not a path to green card. You would have to then still apply for green card afterwards. But this will get you into America and get you in a space where you could do everything that most Americans can do there. There's a couple of small factors. But what we could do is we could also share the 3 different options and what differences there are within those options. We can certainly look at that. So, Len, I think that, you know, as Induku has been growing and growing into different market spaces, we've got more positions that are coming to the table. We've got more opportunities for people. And I'd encourage people to inquire with us and discuss with us their personal situations, and we can then knowing that with that knowledge in hand, we can unpack what's going to be the best for them. You know, our hearts for the whole of the Induku Group, and specifically Lenny and I, for those of you that know us already, are there to help you and guide you. And that's why we do this green room. It's not just about getting you to America, it's about a successful immigration. Len, and I want to quickly just touch on this. We've got Jeanette, and I see you've already responded over there. I agree with you. I think that's a great thing. We'll be in touch with them. But guys, I think, yes, people have been affected by COVID. And just to give you a guideline, there was a question on there that maybe you guys haven't seen, but just so you understand what we've got a family out in Cape Town. We've asked just some of the questions around, once you've made the commitments and the commitments that are in play, what happens if there's suddenly a slight change in your financial position, and what those things are. Guys, please remember something, that for Lenny and Trevor and Induku Group and Visa Solutions, this is not just about money. It's not just about getting people in a program. We are there to help you and your family. We are there to help the businesses that we're recruiting people for. Yes, this is also a business for us. Make no mistake. We are also, we're making money off this program. I mean, I think if we're not completely transparent about that, we're not honest with you. So yes, do we make money through what we do? We do. Getting back to my point with these people that are, and you guys know who you are. You guys are like family to Lenny and I. We'll chat to you. We'll understand your circumstances, and together we make a plan and we work this thing through. We are not in any way or form trying to make it more difficult for people. We are not in places where we're wanting to make it a space and a place. And maybe what we could do, Lenny, let's use this example. People ask me, when do you have to make the first payment? When is my first payment required? Guys, this is not a factor of going, if you don't make your payment by Wednesday, you're not in. It's a factor of going, guys, these are the steps in the program, and for us to get to the next step, there are certain commitments from both sides. You know, if we need documentation from you and we don't have the documentation, we can't move forward. If there's a certain place and time where we need a payment, we need to unpack that and understand where it is. If we can't make it at that point in time, let's understand when does it have to be made for, so that it doesn't impact my process. So those are the privileges that you have in having a direct line with either Lenny or myself or someone in the team, and we will speak through those steps with you, specific to your current state and specific to where you are in your time and space. I mean, we've got people that have got money tied up overseas, or people that have got money that were in restaurant businesses, and the restaurant business is non-existent. We understand these things. We're mindful of these things. Talk to us. Let's not, don't ignore those facts and think, well, no, I can't be part of it. Let's understand what those things are.
Yeah. No, and that's also, I mean, that's the beauty about our relationship with Visa Solutions, is that they've got exactly the same heart as us. I mean, it would have really been awkward if we were the ones that were always, it's amazing how these dogs always start barking when I start talking. Anyway, but they've got the same heart as us and they want to help. So it's the same with what Trevor was just saying, is that they are there to also help. They are also human. They are also there to understand your situation so that they can help you. But it doesn't help that you don't come to us and just keep quiet. So we need to understand what your situation is, how it has changed, so we can decide, yes, this is what we require from you. This is where you are at the stage of your program. What we require from you is this. What is your contribution? What can we help you with? And that's what we do. We cannot help you if we don't understand what your situation is. So this is a bit for the people that are in our program. So yes, we can help you even in this scenario. Come to us. We don't want to see people lose their investment. That's the last thing we want to do. Also, the company that's employing you have also gone through a process already of ticking you down as an employee. They are looking forward to having you. They know who you are. They've got your file and stuff. They want to see you come and work that side. So that's how personal it does get at Visa Solutions. Although they process thousands of these guys on an annual basis, they understand we are dealing with people and they are willing to listen to you. All right. So please reach out to us. Reach out to us from the start to the finish. Like Trevor said, we take the calls. we make the effort to do these things for you so that you can understand there's transparency. If we don't have the answers all the time, listen, we are getting better at this. We're getting more of the answers as we go along. But obviously, once we get to the last bit of stages now, we are also learning in the process. But Visa Solutions obviously have done these things, hundreds of these things. To a reminder that for the trucking program that follows exactly the same process as our EB3, they've got 150 odd people in America working already with green cards. Guys, that's got to say something. This company
is just from South Africa.
That's just from South Africa.
Yeah.
So there's success in the program. All right. It's all about timelines. So if you get this message and you know of someone that, you know, this could benefit from, share it with them. All right. Don't keep it to yourself. All right. Mm-hmm. Trev, yeah, I think anything else from your side?
Yeah, then obviously, you know, a lot of what happens with us now is we get a lot of referrals from people that are part of the program, and then they get referred. And one or two of the people in our program have been audited in terms of being audited through the Department of Labor stage. And this is always sometimes a shocker to someone, you know, and they go, oh my goodness me, you know, I didn't know that you could get audited. And I heard from my friend that she got audited, and, you know, what is the knock-on effect of that? And you know, so sometimes that does come up. And I think I just want to, for people's understanding, just talk on that just for a few minutes. Guys, what happens in this process of immigration is it's actually quite amazing. The American government have set certain protocols and certain rules and regulations. And something that's amazing about America is that everything works, and it works to that point. So it was still in the Obama days when they stipulated that every 30% of applications would need to have an audit on their social media. So if you are out of 100 files, file number 30, guess what? Your file will be picked up, not because it's you, Len, it might have been your name. It's not because it's Lenny. No, it's not because he's got a de Villiers as a surname. It's because of the fact that he's the file number 30. The same process with regards to Department of Labor. If you are in the percentage of the files that need to be audited, they are going to audit you. Is it a reflection on you in any way or form? No. Is it a problem to your case? Absolutely not. What it means is they have to audit that process. So they pick up that file, specifically in terms of Department of Labor, and they'll open that file and they'll go, okay, let's check that the guys followed the right process. Let's understand that they did all the marketing that needed to be done, and the marketing was in line with what you were supposed to be earning. So for example, if Trevor was going to work for Avant, Trevor's dollar rate per hour is X amount. Is he going to be getting that amount? Is it market related, etc., etc.? So it's just an audit process. It's the same as someone just auditing your financials. The financials are done, everything is there. They're just going and ticking the boxes that the processes were followed correctly. Does it delay matters? Yes, it delays your timeline slightly, because now your file is being paused until such time as the audit is complete, and then your file gets reacted. So guys, have comfort. That's why you're dealing with Visa Solutions and with Induku. We do those things for you. The other question, Len, that gets asked from me often, you know, what about, you know, when I was talking to my attorney said that I need so many certified documents for this and so many this, and to send off a letter. The price that you are paying in terms of this investment into you and your family's future, it covers everything. What it doesn't cover are a few things which Lenny and I can share with you now. So I'll talk to you about the fact that it doesn't cover your medicals. Your medicals are 6,500 Rand per person. If you are above the age of 6, if you're below the age of 6, it's 4,500 Rand per person. And the other thing that happens is that if you're booking your tickets, your airline tickets, one-way tickets, that's not covered by the program. That is for your own account. And then if your wife wants to take 2 containers because she wants to take all her furniture with her, that's for your account. It's not for Visa Solutions account. But everything else is in that package. You're not going to get charged more money if there's an audit. You're not going to get charged more money for more certified documentation. Nothing to that sort. Okay, Len, maybe if you want to talk to the fact of what happens when they arrive in America. We've got a relocation team that also assists on some of the basics. Would you share that?
Yeah. So what's part of the package? I mean, and I find it quite fascinating, Trevor, when we get to this stage on the call or the Zoom call, when I tell the people about the relocation team and what they offer the people, I mean, the first thing I get asked after explaining to them what the relocation does is they ask, oh, is this included? You know, it's because it's a wow factor. These people
Yeah.
are going to really treat you. They want you to settle in America on the basics as quick as possible. So what they do when you get to a stage when you're at consulate, they get in touch with you and they put you in touch with some estate agents that side that will, you know, help you get your first temporary accommodation in America. You know, would it be an apartment? Would it be a house that you require? Everybody's requirements might be different. Someone's budgets might be different. So they sort these things out for you. By the time you get to America, they'll come pick you up at the airport. They take you to that accommodation, all right? They help you get your social security number. They help you open a bank account if you don't have that. They help you convert your driver's license to an American driver's license. So all these little things saves you so much time and effort to try and figure it out yourself. That's included in the package. I mean, Trev, for me, it's a comforting thing to understand that people must understand that the heart is in it to really get the people there as soon and safely as possible. And with what we do in the green room adds to all these things, and it should give them comfort that they are in good hands. And it should give them comfort that, you know what, there's outside influences, and especially with immigration all the time, you know, so it's not just going to be a smooth factor. And everybody's situation is different. I mean, some people might be thinking, I need to get myself into America as quick as possible. We've got an E2 for you. You know, if you've got some money and you've got a European passport, we've got an option for you. And what I'm excited about is that we've got more and more options coming our way for people looking to immigrate. But, you know, they're all still limited to certain things. They all got their pros, they all got their cons. And that's why we sit with you and now we listen to your immigration desires and when you want to go that side and how quickly we can get you there successfully, maybe with a green card. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Len, one of the other things that people have been looking and asking on is very much to do with the age of 21. In other words, it's myself and my two kids and my daughter is 19 years old. You know, what do I do? Can I apply? I know that you've had one or two of those cases as well. So, you know, just for that sake, guys, anyone under the age of 21 forms part of your permanent residency application. Now, the cutoff point in terms of being 21 is the date of submission to United States Citizen Immigration Services. So it doesn't mean that you have to have a green card in hand, but it means that you have to be submitted to immigration prior to your daughter or your son turning 21. Okay, so that answers you on that basis. Once again, let's dive into the detail of that. How long does it take? What is required, etc., etc., etc. So we can understand those timelines. Lenny and I will guide you on that thing properly, that you can understand that properly in your mind. Okay. Outside of that, Len, I think that we've sort of covered a couple of things on a high level. I don't know if there was any other questions that you saw on one of the platforms.
No, I'm just having a look at the Facebook page now, and I realized I shared it on the wrong Facebook page, but it's all good. We'll put that link on our Facebook page soon. Nothing on there. Yeah, I think we've covered most of the details of these guys. We've got a couple of new people following us today, which is great, you know, because it's showing interest in the people. Like I said, it's a South African thing at the moment. We were going full steam, and before COVID, it slowed down a little bit. Then as soon as we came out of COVID, obviously we started picking up again. We started having good traction. And then we had the first load shedding. We got inundated with calls again. And now again, we're busy. Guys, we're taking a lot of calls. We are, and that's where I'm saying I'm leaning against getting anxious again about positions. You know, I do know of a couple of close people that I'd love to be part of love them to be part of the program, but I don't want to have that conversation with them when they phone me. I say, I can only maybe help you in a year or 2 years' time. You know, I don't have position at the moment.
Mm. Yeah, look, it's very real, Len. And I think, like, once again, as you say, ask the questions, get the comfort that you're looking for. But don't delay, guys. The reality is that the seats, and I think someone asked a question, what do I refer to when I say seats? Sean, I'll just re-emphasize that we recruit people for a company in America, and if they're looking for example, for 10 people, we've only got 10 seats available for that space. That's what we refer to when we're talking about that. Guys, once again, what Lenny and I are trying to say over here is that no question is a silly question. Ask the questions, get your comfort, get to a place where you can make your decisions. We encourage you, talk to us. We are hard and fast looking for alternative companies that we can offer the same solution to get more South Africans into the space of where they would like to be, so that they could too live their dreams. However, when we're talking about that which we've got in hand, we need to start acting quickly and make sure that we do have those people that are currently in discussions with us making final decisions, whether that's a yes or a no. So make sure that you get in touch with either myself or with Lenny. In terms of the E2, we're excited about that offering. That offering is really, really nice for many people in South Africa that want to get across there within a very short time period. Once again, I just re-emphasize this. You have to have a European passport, and unfortunately, Portugal doesn't fall part of that understanding. And then please, guys, we encourage you. You've got a lot of friends and family that might be currently in America on a different type of visa. We're looking for people in America for the jobs that we have in hand as well. Excuse me. And if you have got someone, please refer them to us. Let's see if we can, once again, not just help them, but help the companies that we recruit for. For us, it's a very, very mutually beneficial relationship that we have. We've got companies that are looking for great people looking for work, and we have got you that are looking for great opportunities to get you and your family into America, and together we bring this package together, and we get you across into America on a successful immigration.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. I mean, just to remind you that we're coming to the end of our webinar now, but to remind you for next week, please stay tuned. We are going to do probably do the financial immigration webinar again, where we would say, listen, if you have sold your house and you are looking at what do you do with this money, and how do you structure yourself to get ready for immigration, tune in for next week, and we'll be able to help you with the panelists that we've got lined up.
Yeah, Len, just before we do, I see there's a question over here. If you do get audited, when is your second payment due? So please understand that there's there's actually 3 payment options, depending on which payment option you've decided. You continue doing your payments. If you are on a 3 payment option plan, then you only do your second payment once your Department of Labor approval has been issued to you, so you don't have to worry about that. There was one other one. You wanted to know how to get in touch with us. Please just visit either our website, which is www.indukugroup.co.za, or alternatively on our Facebook page where you were now. You can just drop us a message and one of our team will definitely be in touch with you there.
Cool.
And just quickly going through. Yeah, I see nothing else then. So I encourage to each person out there, and we welcome you. Be in touch with Lenny or myself. Let us know where you're at, and we can take it from there. It was good to spend this time with you guys. I hope that we've given you a little bit more comfort. As always, it's like Lenny said, it's your space and time. So we're happy to discuss any other future options with. Then also the other thing is we got the guys from Avant in about 2 weeks time, 2 or 3 weeks time. They're going to join us as well. So that's something to look forward to.
Absolutely. I'll get your questions ready for them.
Good.
All right, guys. All the best, eh? We'll stay in touch. Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Ciao.